Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Margarita and today I'm here to bring you hopefully one of the very few book hauls that I will be doing this year. My goal for 2019 is to really whittle down my physical TBR, so I'm trying not to add a lot of books to it so that I can actually make a dent in it. But you know, there are a couple new releases that I'm very interested in reading, and there are a couple books from a library book, not a library, I keep saying library, from my church's book sale that I wanted to support the church, so I bought all kinds of books. I actually bought a lot more books than I'm talking about here, but most of them I'm recycling into journals, so I felt fine about buying those. But this is pretty much it. I'm probably going to buy, hopefully I'm thinking like 10 more books this year, and that's it. So this is going to be the last book haul where I buy books that I either don't know a whole lot about but I'm very interested in reading, or however else I buy books, because I have no control. So let's get into the books. The first stack of books I'm going to talk about came from my local independent bookstore, and that is The Curious Iguana. The first book is The Phoenix Empress by Kay Arsenault Rivera, and this is the sequel to The Tiger's Daughter, which I really liked. And this is basically an Asian-inspired fantasy novel where two warrior women fall in love, and it's so good. So I saw this book there. I knew I liked the first book. I knew I wanted to continue on with the series, wanted to support my local independent bookstore, so I bought this. And I'm going to say right now, this has nothing to do with books. I'm sorry about the lighting if it gets a little weird in this video. The sun is just not being helpful today, so we're just going to work with what we have. The next book that I have is The Season of Migration to the North by Tayeb Salih. Sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong. I saw this at the bookstore. It was on sale, and when I picked up the bag, it sounded really interesting. So basically, our narrator is traveling, no, he studies in Europe for years, and when he comes home to his village along the Nile in Sudan, there is this unfamiliar face, and it's this young man called Mustafa, and he decides to take this young man under his wing. And he has this shocking confession and all this stuff, and I'm just intrigued to see what this book is about, where the story goes, what this shocking confession is. I feel like I might know, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to say it. And the last book that I got from that store is To the Bright Edge of the World by Ewan Ivey. And she is the woman that wrote The Snow Child, which I have not read, but I really want to read. And I've heard nothing but wonderful things about. I think this is her newest book. This is one of the books for their book club, the Curious Iguana's book club, and it was on sale. And when I saw it there, I'm interested. It's about this guy who has to take his troops into the remote parts of Alaska and try in the untamed world of Alaska and try and, you know, I guess get a life or work, find different, I don't know. He has to go into the vast parts of Alaska, and it just sounds really cool and interesting. I'm excited to read it. Hopefully I will enjoy it. I've heard really good things about her writing. And the rest of these books, see, there's the sun just being a real butt face. And the rest of these books are from my church's book sale. So some of these I didn't know a whole lot about, but I wanted to support the church. So, and I'd heard some good things about them, or I liked the author, so I just picked them up. The first couple are classics, or, you know, modern classics, I don't know. The first one is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, and it's a groundbreaking meditation on war, memory, and imagination, and the redemptive powers of storytelling. So I wanted to pick this up, give it a try. The next book is The Remains of the Day by Kazu Ichiguro. I've seen the movie. I really liked the movie, and I want to read the book and then rewatch the movie. This is basically about how life changes in England after the war, and how this butler is trying to cope with these changes to society and the way things are. And I want to read the book and then rewatch the movie. The next book is A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, and my dad really, really loves Ernest Hemingway. I've never read any Ernest Hemingway, and my dad read this a long time ago, and he said he really enjoyed it. And this is about World War I, which I have not read very many World War I stories, I think if any. So very interested to read this, see what I think, talk to my dad about his thoughts and opinions. The next book that I got is Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz, and this I think is like a murder mystery type thing, and I'm just excited to read it. I hope that it's really, really good. Next is I'll Never Get Out of This World Alive by Steve Earle, and this is about a doctor who is accused of murdering Hank because he gave him the morphine shot that killed him. And now he's addicted to drugs, and he's lost his medical license, and he lives in the red light district of San Antonio, where he does illegal abortions, and he, you know, patches up people that get into knife fights and stuff. And it sounds so good, and this cover is absolutely beautiful, so I'm very excited to read that. Next is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I should have asked Maya how that name was pronounced. She owns this book. She really, really likes it. I've seen this book around, and when I saw it there, I really wanted to pick it up and just give it a try. It's about, you know, this guy's life, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I'm not saying a whole lot. Next is The Shell Collector by Anthony Doerr. I've heard wonderful things about this particular short story collection. I've heard wonderful things about Anthony Doerr's writing, so when I saw it there, I definitely wanted to pick it up and give it a shot. And last but not least is True Colors by Kristen Hanna, and I don't know what this book is about at all, but I really, really enjoyed Kristen Hanna's Nightingale story, and I also have her The Great Alone. I'm afraid to turn my head. The Great Alone, which is a story about Alaska, I believe. And I really like her writing style, so when I saw this there, I wanted to pick it up, give it a try. I have a feeling she's going to be an author that I'm going to own all of her books, so don't know what it's about, but I'm excited to have it, and I'm excited to read it. I've already added all of these books to my TBR jar, so hopefully they will get picked soon. Actually, A Farewell to Arms got picked for January, so that's exciting. So I will be working my way through this stack of books hopefully recently or soon. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books, your thoughts and opinions on these books, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!